Gunshots is plentiful out here. Somebody's always shooting around here. You might hear some gunshots before we even get done with this video. But I just kind of wanted to share with you like how it is where we live. Like I said, things are settled around here a lot of times the old-fashioned way. You know, if you can't come to an agreement verbally, well, then somebody's probably going to get an ass whooping. It's just kind of how it is. And if it gets real bad, somebody might get shot. I know one time we were sitting in the front yard and the sheriff's department came out in the car and did a 180 in our driveway and took off. Like, look at that. What's going on? So a few minutes later, my uncle calls me and says, "Hey, what's going on out there?" I said, "I don't know. A deputy just did a 180 in my driveway and took off." So we never did really hear what was going on at that time. I didn't go check it out. So a couple days later, I was talking to my uncle again. I said, "So what was going on out there?" He says, "Well, that's what I was wondering. I was listening to the scanner and well, he was asking me later what happened, and I found out. He said, "I was listening to a scanner and something about the gunfight going on out there." All right. So anyway, I had found out that it was two brothers that lived out here next to each other. They got into it about something and they were shooting at each other. Another time it was an instance where a woman was dating a guy, and the guy was kind of a nutcase and had been beating her up, and the woman had a son that was, I don't know, 16, 17 years old at the time. He's a grown man now, but he had about all he could take of that, his mom getting beat up, and he grabbed a .22 rifle and went to firing rounds at him. And that old boy, he was all hopped up on steroids and as big as a house. But they say, now I didn't see it, but my other neighbor was telling me he's seen it. Her boyfriend fell to the ground and he was scratching and digging dirt trying to get around the house and get away from that boy with that rifle. Laying down some lead. He never did shoot him, I don't guess, but he had him on the move. So, and I know I used to live in suburbia, I guess, or not suburbia, urban, in the city, and a lot of neighborhoods wasn't nothing like that, you know. Everybody just called cops. Anything going on. But that included your kids riding their bicycle with no helmet on, or a skateboard on the sidewalk. Called freaking cops. Or if the power company come out and turned your electricity off and you hooked a generator up to your house. Yeah, because you got to have electricity, right? Clean your pool and do laundry. Yeah, cops come out. Tell you can't run your generator in town. You must be connected to power, or we're going to take your kids because your home is unsafe. Which is a bunch of bull crap. But that's California. And we lived in a pretty Republican area And I don't know if you guys know that back in the day when you cut okra, like when I was a kid and my grandparents would go cut okra, like you had to be sleeved up because this stuff would eat you up. You'd break out rashes and everything else. Well, it's been genetically modified now where it doesn't do that anymore, or at least it doesn't to me. Now my neighbor here, Leroy, you guys might have seen him on a video or two. Old Leroy. He says it still bothers him a little bit, but I bet not like it used to. So they've engineered this okra now where it's not too bad to get in there. There's one over here. All right, let's go around the corner. That was kind of little. So Leroy will probably be out here in a minute. I think he watches, and when he sees us almost getting to the end, he usually hop on his quad. But usually I'm a little later getting out here than I am now. I came a little bit earlier today than normal. A lot of times I don't get up here till about 7 or 8 o'clock. 7 o'clock probably, 6, 7. Just right before dark. So I am out here a little early. But I bet you Bud, he knows I'm out here. So I'm interested if you guys live in an area like I do where, you know, it's like the Wild Wild West. You know, in the comments below. And if you do, you know what I'm talking about. Like, if Leroy comes up here, you'll see he'll have a 38 on his side. And I think he carries a 38 on his side because he's an old man. And he don't intend to get an ass whooping at his age. So if you jack with Leroy, you're probably going to get shot. And I've told everybody that. Don't go down there screwing around with Leroy. You get your ass shot. Okay. Look at a different level. Like down a little lower, and you'll see ones that you kind of missed. Because it's pretty hot out here right now. I don't know what the temperature is today, but it's pretty warm. You didn't think maybe Leroy wasn't home, but he's home. All his cars are up there. And he might not come out this time. Since I said he would, he probably won't. But that's okay. We're just going to do our deal here, get our okra picked, and catch him on the next one. If he doesn't come out. We got to get the okra picked. If we don't get the okra picked, it'll mess up the whole world. So, that's what he said. Get some of these little ones up here. These are good ones. These are the most tender ones right here. There it is. Yeah, I'd seen another one there. And then I turned my head and lost it. Look. Chicken's over here hanging out underneath the okra trying to stay cool. He's going to be so proud of me. He's been telling me every time I come over here I need to bring a bucket. bags are too hard to use, he said. So today I brought a bucket. I try to do what Leroy tells me to do because he's older and wiser, right? He's almost 80 years old. I think he's 78. So he's definitely got some age in on me. So I tend to think he's a little wiser about some of this stuff, and it is easier having that bucket. I can do it by myself. Without the bucket, I've been having to have somebody come with me and hold the bag open. But now I got the bag holders holding the camera because I kind of wanted to share some of this with you guys. Some of this okra picking stuff, and a Friday afternoon chat about nothing except the Wild Wild West. So that's where we live, in the Wild Wild West. But I'll tell you, things are different out here too, and the fact that if you tell somebody something out here, that's the way it is. No, it's getting close. Your word's good till it's not. Ooh, there's a big one. Somebody's missed a couple times probably. I bet you I've missed it once, and bet you Leroy's missed it once. So here you go. That's how you tell an okra ain't no good. I mean, it's a pretty sharp knife. And it's like trying to cut a piece of wood. Now, if you cut that up anyway and put that in your pan of okra, say you sliced it up and you was going to do some breaded okra or whatever and fry it, you'll run your whole pan of okra with that one piece if you... And that's not even, it don't even have to be that bad to mess it up. But it'll come out in the rest of your okra, and it's like eating a piece of wood. There's one I missed. So that old saying, you know your word is your bond and all that stuff, well, it's still a thing out here. So if you lie, or you're a thief, or you're I don't know, whatever people do, gossiper, talk crap about other people, whatever. Well, that's the name you end up with out here. Chicken, looking at the okra there. You can have that one cut up, get seeds out of it. All right, I think that is it. Yep, I think all the rest of them are small enough we're going to leave them for him for a couple days from now. He'll be ready to pick again. So, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Stay safe. God bless.